Hello and welcome. Today we're going to be using this og which I named the reverse Helianthus. Well, Helianthus is sunflower anyways. We'll start with our stock. We'll change it to the og A3 NATO. For our magazine, we'll use the PMag M3 and a mag assist. Then change our mag release to the Arid Concepts. We'll change our case deflector to the Corvus Defensio, our charging handle to the Manticore Arms AUG Raptor, our receiver to the AUG A3 standard, and we'll use the PGS AUG A3 SA CQC top rail. We'll put on that handguard and remove our foregrip. Then we'll put on our grip wrap. Our trigger will use the Arid Concepts and the safety to the Arid Concepts as well. For ammo, we'll use M855, but you could also use CBC if you really don't have good reaction time. We'll remove that. Then on here, we're going to put on a RVG. We'll put it all the way back. Then we'll change our barrel to the 457mm. Put on the Ratworks suppressor adapter, and on that, we'll use a Dino Defense Wave MB, and on that the Wave QD. Then on top, we will use an EOTech. We'll use a micro LRP mount, place it around here. Then we'll use our 39mm mount, and on that we'll use a T2. Then behind that we'll put on the G23-33 mount for our magnifier, and it's there. And then finally we'll put on an OGL on the front. Then on the side, we'll just take this right side rail and take the Arisaka inline scout. We don't change the body today. So what are my thoughts on the reverse Helianthus? First off, the name. I happen to be a fan of Girls Frontline, and there is a certain character named Helian, short for Helianthus, which is sunflower. However, the world they live in is a world devoid of quote-unquote sunshine, so no sunflowers, which is where I got the idea for this. This is all black, this is brutal, this is a very, very aggressive build. There is nothing sunshine or sunflower about this thing. But anyway, onto the actual gun. This thing excels at close range despite its relatively long length for a CQB AUG build. I've never seen anything like it, not even my high velocity CBC AUG build can stand up to this thing. This also proves that whatever sight you put on this thing that you want, it's not going to change much because the gun is really what matters. With this thing, I was originally going to use an EOTech, however I wanted to give myself a challenge, so I decided to use an aim point. Let's just say it worked extremely well with this gun. Out to long ranges, it is point accurate. It shoots like an M4 SPR build, but it has the weight of an M4 GPR build, which is exactly what I want out of a gun. I'd been sleeping on the AUG. I've already said back in the very long days ago that I'm not a fan of the AUG because it feels floaty. But after 0.23, it really feels like how the M4 used to feel. The relic of a bygone era given to a different gun. And overall, this thing just looks futuristic, looks like something out of 2062, which is when Girls Frontline takes place. And besides, even though this is not a Girls Frontline build, it certainly has that vibe if you think about it hard enough, which you probably shouldn't. But at the same time, it also has that airsoft, retro airsoft feel, which I kind of like. I'm not really a fan of airsoft anymore, however, the retro feel is what I do like. So I decided to put that on there with the CQC handguard, which I don't think many people use outside of airsoft. Anyways, those are my thoughts on the gun. You should definitely try it. This is one of the best guns I've ever made. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you have a good one.